Hello everyone, welcome to People and Country. Today we're going to be speaking with upcoming Bollywood star singer. He learned to play the keyboard on his own. He sings in many languages. He's absolutely mesmerizing. A handsome, naturally talented singer is Aman Trika. He won the Album of the Year award. Have a look at his journey.
और सीखेगा छबीला अरे सीखेगी छोरी और सीखेगा छबीला रासिया की देखो निराली है प्रेम लीला प्रेम लीला
He's going to be a very successful singer in the film industry.
सजना
भैया हिंदुस्तान में तुमने एक अमन का झंडा लहरा दिया।
तुम्हारे गाने में इतना भी कोई ऐसा दाग नहीं है।
हम तुम्हें कैसे बताएं तुम में क्या क्या बात है तुमसे दिल में शायरी है इश्क की सौगात है
इससे बढ़िया सिंगर कम होते हैं उसमें से एक
तेरी अखियों का वार जैसे शेर का शिकार तेरा हुस्न धुएंधार जैसे जलता सिंगार तेरे प्यार का निशान कभी हार कभी पार तेरा प्यार 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 हुक्का बात तेरा प्यार 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 हुक्का बात तेरा प्यार 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 हुक्का बात तेरी कैट जैसी वॉक तेरी स्वीट स्वीट टॉक तेरा एटीट्यूड मस्त सोनिए मुड़ मुड़ के ना देख खुल के तू आंखें से के आजा लाके जब गले तू सोनिए तेरे से वजह से गाल तू है माइंड ब्लोइंग माला आजा नच ले सोनी नच ले मेरे नाल
कितना वेट करना होगा?
जिस व्यक्ति से आप संपर्क करना चाहते हैं वो फिलहाल उपलब्ध नहीं है।
अब तो बंदी देख के ही समझ जाता हूँ बात को देगी या ना देगी वो मोहब्बत आधी रात को आशिक मिजाज आशिक मिजाज आशिक मिजाज
Aman, welcome.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Leonard.
What is music for you? Is it a dream or a discovery?
It's a kind of discovery for me, which I luckily made, which God helped me to make it. But it's a devotion for me. Music is basically devotion, and I have dedicated myself, my soul. When it is something as indispensable as breath, as air, which you take in and which makes you alive, that is what I'll call music. It makes me alive. It makes me who I am.
How did you realize your talents? Because many people don't realize their talents. Was it a song or a friend or any other inspiration?
If I can recall that incident, I was humming something in a lecture of ours, and the friend of mine who was sitting with me on that same bench, he just said, "Okay, you can go on because this lecture is quite boring." So, and your voice is something which is soothing me and which is very comforting. So you might as well carry on that because it's like it will be some relief. So I was just humming like that, and then another lecture or another how stuff goes on in college, that you go to college canteen, you hang out somewhere out, in the college campus. So this word was spread across that this guy is having a real good voice. So everyone who knew me or who didn't even know me, they're coming. They used to come. They used to ask me, "Okay, can you sing that song? Can you sing please that song for us? Can you please sing?" So that's how the it got elevated, and then they coaxed me, my friends and everyone who in the college, that I should go for participation in our college's annual festival, which had the singing competition. So take part in the competition. So they told me to give the audition. So I auditioned. I was hesitant at first, but I was like, okay, why you guys are taking it seriously? It's okay. Like I'm just doing it and just happening. So need not to be so serious. But I ended up giving that audition, and then I was selected in the top 6 of the whole college, spanned across 4 years of people, like of other students. So the other participants who were there with me, other 5, they either they used to be singing since childhood, and some were classically trained also. They were taking training classically, Hindustani classical or Carnatic classical music, vocals training since childhood. And I was the only one who has just started singing, who has just even realized that he could sing. So I was not having any kind of a vocal polishing or vocal training with me, but I just sang there from my soul and from my heart. And eventually I won the second winning prize. And that's how the recognition, the encouragement, the applause of the audience, the kind of reception I got, the kind of feedback I got, that was quite motivating. And that's how I just thought, okay, if I can do something, because those moments, whatever I spent on the stage singing, I had my eyes closed, I had this mic in my hand, and I didn't care about how many people are there in the auditorium. They might be 30, they could be 300 or 3,000. So the numbers, the one thing which I always experienced, touch wood, thank God, that I wasn't having a stage fright since the beginning. Because people who just start, all of a sudden, they have this kind of nervous breakdown when they go on stage, or they see the audience, or they falter, and they are quite not in their element. They are so nervous. But somehow I won't say I wasn't nervous. I was, but I used that nervous energy into something constructive. So that's how it dwelled, and it all transpired from there.
Now, it's an interesting story. Now, I've read that Aman Trika says to sing was my most difficult decision back in 2014 in the Times of India. 6 years have gone by, Aman. How do you feel now after attaining the success you have attained?
The reason I had said that thing was because it really hasn't been an easy ride, because I hail from a middle class family background. Nobody is from this industry, so it's very hard to just come here and do what you want to. People are very skeptical, but you have to find your Samaritan. You have to find that one person or in the beginning who will be supporting you, in the industry, who will be, just because you need someone to even believe in your work. And I'm I agree for the fact, and I accept it, and I know that nobody gives you a chance in the beginning, because nobody wants to put their stakes on you, because they don't know you, they don't trust you, they don't believe in your work. And even if they know that you're good, but they just don't want to take chances with a newbie. You go through a lot.
And through all of that difficulty, you've actually done pretty well. You've done playback singing for actors like Akshay Kumar and Shah Rukh Khan. Now, I've heard that you used to practice vocals really diligently. Is that true?
Yes, that's a never-ending process. Once you sit down, and wherever you might be in an airplane traveling, you might be in a car, you might be in the train, you might be just sitting like this. So music always keeps ringing and keeps playing in your mind. It's all here. You obviously sing from here, but you apply it from here, from your mind. And that's always, in your system, in your subconscious, music is always there. And even singing, people ask me, how much time do I practice? How many hours do I get into for riyaz and all? So I think when I have time and when I'm not doing much of the stuff, so I get time to sit like this and, properly do. But other than that, as I told you, might be traveling, you might be anywhere in this world. But if that thing is constantly playing and, present there inside your system, that thing is unknowingly or knowingly, that thing is still happening and you are still practicing. Because I keep humming, I keep singing, whenever if I'm feeling like if a song is stuck in my head, and if a rag or if something is stuck in my head, I go berserk. I go crazy and I have like a madman, I just focus all my energies into that particular song or that particular area of music. If you sing a song or if you hum a song and if it stuck to me, then I'll do all the R&D of that song. I'll do everything for the artist, of the band, or of which year of that album was, what was the name of the album, what was the backstory of it. So I try to dig deep. I like to.
Let's just go back to time that you got your first big opportunity. Who was it that gave you your big break, so to speak, and what did you feel that day?
I got my first break with after a very long time of quite a long rigorous struggle and everything, from oh my God, Go Go Govinda was my first song in 2012. And so Mr. Himesh, he was the one who had given me that opportunity. And there was this, I was a part of this singing reality show, Sur Kshetra, in which singers from India and Pakistan competed. And Mr. Himesh was one of the judges there. He was a judge from Indian side. He was a captain basically. And Atif Aslam was Pakistan's captain, and Himesh Reshamia was India's captain. It was kind of a cricket tournament, which was the format of the cricket tournament, but the singing reality show, of course. But it was like captains and the jury and everything. The jury consisted of Asha Bhosle ji, legends like Asha Bhosle ji, Roona Laila ji, Abida Parveen ji, Ismail Darbar, Suresh Wadekar, Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab. So these stalwarts, these legendary people were on the panel of jury, and I had participated in that, and I was given awarded as singer of the tournament by the end of it. So it happened in 2012, and just after a few months, in the course of it, in fact, Himesh ji and Mr. Himesh and I we really bonded very well. And he observed, he could get that pulse of that passion which I have for music, the kind of madness and the kind of energy I have inside for music, and which makes me so alive. He grasped it and he could relate to it because he himself is like that. He's very passionate. He's very instinctive. So we gelled really great, and he started calling me for his studio sessions, and that's how the whole jamming process and the music sessions, the singing sessions, recording sessions happened. And this song also happened then, Go Go Govinda.
And we
then
really
afterwards, Son of Sardar, Pomo, Hookabar, Khiladi Bhaiya, and Special 26, that song, Gore Mukhde Pe Zulfa Nichava. So these 6 songs, 5-6 songs, these 5-6 songs came in the span of like 3 months, 3 to 4 months, and that was a great start for me. A dream debut, you can say.
So we'd really love if you could please sing for us a bit of the first song that you recorded.
Yeah, sure. हटके मटके झटके मारे हैं तू आज चला तो हम भी फुवारे हैं तू आसमां पे है तो चांद तारे हैं हम हटके मटके झटके मारे हैं तू आज चला तो हम भी फुवारे हैं तू आसमां पे है तो चांद तारे हैं हम चाहे दम निकले ये दम है कसम तेरी कसम तुझे आज छोड़ेंगे हम Go, Govinda!
Excellent. Thank you so much. What's it like working with Himesh Reshammiya?
It's quite a learning curve, I'll say. I learned a lot from him. If you talk about music making, if you talk about compositions, if you talk about how you approach a song, how you address a song, or how you sing, in particularly how you emote for all the given emotions. I certainly learned a lot from him. The kind of undying passion he has, and since I am also the same kind of person, I could relate to it better. And he's also one of them that if he wants something, he will go after it, come what may, and he will be seeing to it that he gets a better hold of it. So to work with him was quite an exciting journey, because started off from Go Go Govinda, as I said, Hukka Bar, Son of Sardar, Pon Pon, Gore Mukhde Pe Zulfa Nichava, then happened. Then I'd sung for a Neil Nitin Mukesh movie, and that wasn't a great movie, or that wasn't a hit movie. That was called Shortcut Romeo. Then Police Giri with Sanjay Dutt. Then came in 2015 Prem Ratan Dhan Payo of Salman Khan. So I had sung 2 songs in Prem Leela and Halode. They were huge hits, and they are one of the biggest songs of my career till now, with Hukka Bar and Go Go Govinda. And of course, I sang for SRK also. But 2015, Prem Ratan Dhan Payo, these 2 songs. So working with Mr. Himesh has been very inspiring and very fulfilling and very full of learning, I'd say. Just not in the recording studios. When I used to travel with him for shows as a singer with him. So there also, when you performing live is different from performing in the studio. So how you go about it and how you interact with the audience, how you keep them engaged. So all those antics also, it helped me in my own growth.
Now, quickly, I have seen a photo of you with Oscar Award music director A.R. Rahman. Is anything coming up with him?
He's the biggest idol and inspiration for me, I would say, and it's my dream to work with him. And the things are on. Let's see. I'm having my fingers crossed. I seriously wish that something or the other constructive project happens, and that is out in the market, and everyone likes it. I'm hoping for it.
I'm sure we will.
Thank you.
I mean, you spoke about live performances. What do you really prefer? Playback singing or live performances?
It's like asking you to choose between chocolate milkshake and cold coffee with extra hazelnut in it. Actually, both are very enticing. Both are having their own taste. Obviously, both are fulfilling in their own sense. In recordings, in recording studio, and during recordings, you feel that creative fulfillment. That you have given something to a melody or to a piece of writing, which creates a song, and when you're singing it, it completes it. So it's basically a song is a amalgamation of three elements: the music, that is the melody part, and the lyrics, that is the writing. And then when these two are in their place, then the singer has to come and sing. Those two things combined with all the with being right in pitch, with being right in beat, and foremost with being right in his feel, his or her feel. He has to feel the song, he or she, whosoever it is, the singer. So that gives, and you are open, your creative side comes out there, and at the other hand, during live performances, it's the satisfaction of some another level, because you see people in front of you that you are one of the reasons of their happiness at that particular moment, because they are there with you. You might not meet them ever after that particular meeting or that particular setting, gathering, but somehow you know that you have touched their lives when they come to you after the event, or they try to contact you on social media. They give their wishes. They express themselves that how much they liked and how much they loved to be there. So that's the fulfillment. That's a fulfillment of the soul. Mm-hmm. As an artist, okay, that you have, as a person, in fact, not even an artist, that as a person, as a human being, you have touched their lives. Even if it is for a few hours, but that stays with you lifelong. So that's the kind of difference, but it's the same thing. It's two sides of the coin, but they are as fulfilling, but in different senses.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm sure your fans would love to get to know you better. So I'm going to take the opportunity to ask you a few questions about your favorites. What's the favorite song that you've sung?
My own song?
One of your own songs.
One song which I really, really love is Hum. Should I sing it?
You can.
Just a line, because people would be relating it much better. हम तुम्हें कैसे बताएं, तुम में क्या क्या बात है, तुमसे दिल में शायरी है, इश्क की सौगात है, हम तुम्हें कैसे बताएं, तुम में क्या क्या बात है, तुमसे दिल में शायरी है, इश्क की सौगात है. So this was from 21 तोपों की सलामी, हम तुम्हें कैसे बताएं. So this is.
That was beautiful. I don't really feel like asking you more questions. I would prefer you to go on singing. But just the last one. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food is I go with my mood, whatever I feel like. Sometimes it is continental. Sometimes it is obviously Indian, North Indian, Mughlai, Chinese also I like sometimes. Yeah, I'm not really into pizzas and all. It's all about how my mind is craving for something, which is really, some junk food also sometimes, because I love junk food. I love Indian street junk food, which is very delicious. And being a Punjabi, I'm a big foodie. So don't ask me about food, so because the whole episode has to be dedicated to that then.
I'm sure you love your movies as well. Is there any Bollywood movie that you are really fond of watching again and again?
I cannot just single out one thing, but yeah, one movie, Kal Ho Na Ho. It's one of my all-time favorite movies, and the title song is also one of my all-time favorite songs. हर घड़ी बदल रही है रूप जिंदगी कल हो ना.
That's a good choice. Now, Aman, we're coming towards the end of the interview. Just a few more questions. You've won many albums. You've been nominated so many times. How do you look at all of these achievements?
I take it as my blessings. I count them as my blessings. Makes you feel very special. It humbles me that it actually matters. And what actually matters is the appreciation of the audience and of the people who have heard you and who have been listening to you. On the soul level, the artist always wants people's appreciations, acknowledgement. If I sing now, you don't appreciate anything, I would say, hell, what has happened? Like, so even if, like, it's not like something which is indispensable, but yeah, artists can do without you can say, if you say them, okay, I'll give you maybe $100,000 and I'll give you this much of amount, but you'll not be having any audience. So I will rather turn down that offer, because audience reaction, audience involvement, their feedback, their acknowledgement, their demands, their requests. These are the things which makes an artist an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's an empty auditorium, or if it's an empty hall that you are singing to, it's just you singing, and that's good for practice, but not when you actually sing, because an artist is made by people's love, people's blessings, their appreciation, and how they would like that artist to sing all of their favorite songs. So the awards and everything, whatever has been showered on me, it's all the blessings from the people and obviously from the Almighty, which I take it as.
And you've sung for audiences around the world, haven't you?
Yes, I have sung, and I've traveled, been quite fortunate to be in this profession, so it makes me, and it allows me to travel across the world for shows and for performing. And one thing that I was adding to the previous one, which goes for this one as well, that all this appreciation, it inspires me. These awards and these things, they inspire, and they drive me to work even harder, to reach at that level which I have seen for myself. Because till now, I think only 1 or 2%, hardly 1 or 2% of my artistry has come out in the public domain. The real me actually hasn't come out yet. What actually I can do with music, and because since you are in playback, since you are in film industry as a playback, like the film playback singer, when it comes to you have to sing whatever song is given to you. But as an artist, I see a long way to grow, and I see a long way to experiment with my music, the kind of music I want to make, and that I am making now, which I compose also, I write as well. So the kind of songs which I actually from my soul want to belt out and want to make my audience listen to it. So that thing is still which I'm looking forward to now as an artist.
Uh-huh. Do you have any special memories from the time that you spent in Sydney or Melbourne when you were back here in 2016?
The whole trip was quite magnificent and so exciting to travel to places like Sydney and Melbourne and to interact with the audience and to know their tastes of music, to know their likings, to interact with them on personal level as well. And I have a few friends there, so it was good to see them. So got to see around quite a few favorite places of mine as well, like MCG in Melbourne, couldn't go to SCG though, because I would have loved to. But I'm a huge cricket buff, and I would have been a cricketer if not for a musician or something. I would have ended up as a cricketer. I made a lot of friends in that trip. The love that I got from the people there, it's commendable. I would love to visit there again. And Sydney Harbour Bridge, obviously, and Opera House.
Audiences always love to know the dreams of their celebrities. What is your dream for your life?
My dream is to basically stay grounded and stay humble. To make people's lives slightly better than miserable. That's my dream, to see everyone happy, not to be playing mind games, not to be making lives tougher than they already are. And yeah, keep working and keep making music.
Now, Aman, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you today, sharing about your life and your music, and we really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Who says dreams cannot be achieved? Aman pursued music while studying engineering. He realized a call from inside that he is made for music. Today, he is a successful, popular Bollywood singer. We'll be back with more celebrities. Please stay with us. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, ring the bell for latest updates. Till that time, bye-bye.